I feel like as young gay men, we complain a lot about how impossible it is to date in the gay community, which it is, right? It's near impossible to find a young gay man who's emotionally equipped enough to be emotionally vulnerable with another man because, and this is the part that we forget, we grow up in the closet fearful of the hate and the homophobia that other men can wield and target us with. So that is why I think it's hard for young gay men, especially well into their 20s and 30s and 40s, and sometimes even later than that, to be emotionally available, emotionally open to being receptive to another man's love.
Maybach music.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy Dontae, and I'm back in the stand like booty crack. As you guys can see by the title, we will be doing another episode of Let's Talk Gay. I know I haven't done these videos in like over a year now, but I figured why not get back into this because I love teaching young gay boys about this whole gay dating scene, just gay culture in general. I put up 4 reasons as to why I personally feel like gay relationships won't last. If you feel like I missed out on anything, please feel free to leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comment. Without further ado, I don't want to hold y'all up too long. Let's get into these reasons. Now, reason number 1, open relationships. Now, I've seen a lot of gay men say that open relationships actually make their relationship last longer. And to each his own. You know, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. I feel like it's going to lead to a disaster because it's just like, first of all, you're adding more people into y'all sex lives, and people don't understand how deep sex can be. Like, it can be really deep. Energies is transferable, and that's not always safe to add that in a real relationship. I just feel like if y'all want to have sex with other people, y'all might as well just break up. I would never understand why sex is like the main thing that's going to find contentment within a relationship. Like, me personally, I just would never understand it. I just never would understand it. But I see a lot of gay couples do this. And I wouldn't necessarily say the younger gays do it. I mainly feel like the older gays lean more to it. I don't know if it's because they're just tired of having sex with the same person. And this leads me to my another reason why I feel like a lot of gay men there's a reason why they lean more to open relationships. It's because they want variety. But this is why a lot of men cheat. A lot of men are known for cheating because they want a variety. They don't want to just deal with the same person their entire life. Now, I don't know if you guys remember MJ Harris, a really famous YouTuber, whatever, but years ago he had brought a person he was dating onto his social media platform. And the content was really interesting. Like, they was putting out a lot of content at the time or whatever, and they had a person like me glued in. And then eventually, his boyfriend, or the guy he was dating or whatever, he ended up basically coming out to him, telling him, like, you know, I don't mind us being in a relationship. However, I really want to see other people.
I just know that for me, I'm a very hypersexual individual.
So am I.
And with that, I know how I am. I know that I'm going to, I'm going to see other, guys are going to be around.
You get in a relationship, that doesn't mean you put on horse blinders. We all see other people.
That's true. We do all see other people, but at the same time, like, I don't like to have limits.
Like, I want a variety. I don't want to just have sex with you. I want to have sex with others, with Tom, Dick, and Harry. And you can tell at first MJ was like settling for it. And I feel like a lot of these open relationships, a lot of these guys just end up settling for it. Like, this is what my man want to do, so I'm going to stick beside him. But it's just like, for what? Because then you end up not liking it and then y'all break up. So it's just like, it's just pointless to me. Reason number 2 is hypersexuality.
Is it hypersexuality or is it sexualized trauma? Let me preface this by saying that hypersexuality is not limited to the gay community. It exists in heterodominant spaces, but it's scrutinized the most within the LGBTQIA community because it's already been dehumanized within the heteronormative narrative. I use the term sexualized trauma because it's the default condition of the human experience. We are sexual beings or creative beings, and sexual energy is what got us all here. And sexual energy is not limited to just sex. This energy permeates every aspect of our lives. And since the general trauma of the human condition affects sexual expression, the imbalance of it looks like hypersexuality or a low sex drive. Through self-care tools, some that I offer in my coaching and some of my posts here, an individual balance of this energy is achievable. The LGBTQIA community and its allies has a huge influence on our dominant culture, and those within the community really represent a bridge in our humanity. In other words, when there's an imbalance in the community, the dominant culture adopts the imbalance. When there's a balance in the community, the dominant culture will adopt the balance. The math be mathin', but when you're too focused on the rightness or the wrongness of what's going on in the community, then the math ain't gonna math. Healing and clarity is the wave. Surf's up.
I don't know what it is, y'all, but a lot of gay men are hypersexual. Like a lot of gays just cannot go without sex. A lot of gays, like meeting them, one of the first questions that you're gonna get is you a top or bottom? Like, I don't know where hypersexuality come from with us. Like, I don't know if it's just a man thing. Like, men just love sex. I don't know what it is. Hypersexuality play a major part in why a lot of these gay relationships just do not last, because when a person is hypersexual and their other partner isn't, it can result into them cheating on them or whatever. So that's just my personal opinion. Reason number 3 as to why gay relationships won't last, and it's because we do not have a traditional milestone. You know how, like, you could turn on TV and you can see like a regular gay couple getting married, having kids. You see a lot of these TV shows, movies, romance movies or whatever, and you know, straight people, they have that, but us, it's kind of like we have to make our own blueprint. And I feel like that can sometimes result into like relationships just not lasting, because just like we don't really have anything to look forward to. Like, I know y'all met guys who say, oh, I want to get married one day, but we really don't have that. Like, it's rare to find like a gay couple that's married or whatever. So my last reason as to why I feel like a lot of these gay relationships won't last is because the fear of coming out. Now, a lot of gay men won't ever come out and talk about this, but I'm going to be the one to talk about it. A lot of these gay men are actually in relationships with guys who happen to be DL, who happen to be discreet. If that's your type, that's your business. You know, I ain't judging or whatever, because a lot of gay men, we've all been there. However, I feel like it's a lot of men out here, you know, in this society, in this world, who are gay. They're just afraid to come out. And I feel like, I know people are like, well, what coming out has anything to do with, you know, gay relationships not lasting long? I personally feel like the reason why it makes perfect sense to include that is because, like, okay, let's just say, let's make up a scenario. Okay, so I'm gay, I'm out or whatever. I meet a guy, he's not out or whatever. He's kind of like, he considers himself DL. We're dating or whatever, but turns out I'm just kind of tired of this whole closet stuff. Like, us not being happy, you know, within ourselves or whatever. It's kind of like you got to lower yourself. It's like you're up here and they're down here in terms of living in their truth. And it's like you got to meet them down here. And that stuff just don't last. It don't last or whatever. We care so much about what society thinks. And I hate to blame society, but I do in a sense, because they kind of make us fear a lot of stuff. You know, not only do you fear coming out, but you fear, you just fear how you gonna be treated after you come out. It's a lot of fear that just come into being gay, period. So that's my take on the reasons why I feel like a lot of these gay relationships don't last. If y'all feel like, again, if y'all feel like I missed out on anything, please feel free to leave your thoughts and comments down below. Until next time, peace. Stay tuned for episode 2.
It ain't no question.